Hello everyone, Gigs here once again for another Constantiam tour. And today I'm going to be taking you around Fat Leeloo's X-Treme Savanna base. So yes, it's in the savannah. No shock, no horror. As you can see, it's built into a savanna mountain here. It is quite unassuming from the outside, but inside there's a lot of different rooms and quite a lot of detail, as we would expect in a Fat Leeloo base. I have toured a couple of Fat Leeloo's bases. If you haven't seen them, then you can check them out on the channel. Definitely worth viewing. Here's a beautiful 2B2T base that I showed off, as well as Leeloo Town, and I also showed off the Oasis. I think that might be it. No, there's another base I know of, but I don't think I've done a video at it. But stay tuned, I may do that too. So, without any further ado, let's pop on inside and have a bit of a squiz. Here we go. Oops, don't jump down into the lava. That would be bad. I did see that creeper down there. He can stay down there. So first of all, we're entering into the stables. So here we go. Oops. I am doing this live on the server, so there is a little bit of lag today, so maybe a little bit of jittering back. So Fat Leeloo's Savanna X-Treme base, established February 2019. Max, you know the Grinch's dog, very fast horse. Doggy visited in June 2019. I visited in September 2019, and Sort by Node did not visit this year. There was a 2019 sign. It looks like Sort got a little bit losted with the dates on there. Easy to do. And let's not talk about 2020 anyway. So down here, so we'll start the tour down in the basement. And this is a really cool thing that Leeloo's down here in the basement. So we've got Leeloo Town miniature in memory of Leeloo Town, July 2016 to September 2018. So a very early base on the server. And again, this is one that I have already toured in a video. There's some screenshots at that address if you want to go and visit it. And the shog was left at the scene. It's called a destruction box. And inside it is a Cheetah Ross named Flint and Steel. But we know that it wasn't Cheetah Ross that actually griefed the base. But this is, a miniature version of Leeloo Town, which I think is kind of cool. It's even got like a little miniature railway track, so you can go around the outside and take a bit of a view of the base from there. So this is, it's a little bit hard to sort of picture everything sort of around the little buildings, but I can kind of, this is the little dock area. It's supposed to represent the big quartz build. I think it might be a lot of little buildings that were around there, lots of trees that were around the place. I like that he's done the jungle tree a little bit bigger there. The towers. Leeloo's base had a few towers, which were kind of cool. All the trees, there were a lot of trees. The zombie pig farm. This is where the animals were stored. This is where the boat was. So really kind of cool. Really neat way of showing off a previous base. It's really cool. All the little entranceways to the builds. We're definitely a little bit of lag back. Unfortunately, when I did download this base, and normally I would download a base and tour it from the download, because it definitely means I don't have to deal with lag and I don't need to worry about chat, and I can do a little bit of flying around. There is an art gallery upstairs that we will see, and all the item frames in my download popped off, and I wanted to show them off as well. So I decided to do the tour live on the server. Bit of a lava pit, a little bit of a torch area there. One of Fat Leeloo's maps. Fat Leeloo's done a few maps on the server. Little villages down in here. And including an iron golem. What did you do wrong to be put in jail? Down there sort of heads down towards the skelly spawner. I think it's a skelly spawner. Or two spawner, so not really worth heading on down there. Not too much to see down there. Oops. I will try and just ignore the lag, but My oopses will probably come out. So let's head on up into the base proper. There's a lot of these little winding stairways to get up all the different levels, as you would expect in a Savanna mountain build. Beautiful view out the stained glass windows. Very pretty. So here we are at the forge and the armory. Lots of chests around. A lot of them are empty, some of them are full. Shaders is one of these two-edged swords. It can make things seem a little darker, but it also shows things off nicely. Like it shows off the lava there quite nicely. Nice sort of array of the iron blocks, the anvils, the natural iron ore. Got all the ores down there. Very, very cool. We've got the armory itself. Really like how this is displayed. The glass in the front of it looks like a glass block. The glowstone sort of sets them off really nicely. Swords. Old gear and bits and pieces. Little training dummies that we have here. I did laugh when I saw this. I do know that Leeloo did find a Voco stash and may have rehomed some items and bits and pieces. So there's some Voco kits there. Bit of a target range down here. That's actually banners down there. It's really good use of the banners to make them look like targets. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, let's head on upstairs. I love these built into mountain builds. I've done it myself before, and it's kind of cool to work within the confined spaces of a mountain. And Leeloo's done that really, really well. Whoops. Kitchen and dining area. I'm a little bit all over the place here. Nice dining table that you can even sit at. Have a chat with everybody as you have your dinner. The plates and the cups. Have a nice view as you're having your dinner. The sheeps. Sheeps, chickens, I'm sure I heard it. Oh, yep, there was a pig. I thought I heard a pig. Thought I heard a piggy. We head off into the kitchen. This really big range here. Open fire here. Really cool. I like how I'm probably going to burn if I get too close. The chimney going all the way up. A bit of a cold storage. Oh no. No, not the piggy and the cow. Oh, Leeloo, what are you doing? A little bit of a kitchen area and a potion area. All the food and the potion stuff. Very, very cool. Poor piggy. Going up to the next one. And this is the arc arrow. So this is the reason why I'm doing it live rather than in the download. Because it is worth seeing all these maps if you haven't seen them before. Got Leeloo's Frogger map there. Leeloo's Willy Wonka map. Uber Slug Cakes Dedication Motivation Acceleration map. My maps from the 2018 elections. Yes, 2018. 2019 Nyrock one. 2020 was the lovely Sanva, and 2017 was Uber Slug Cake. Little Stewie map. Tree of Life. Very cool. So, and some of these are very early on in the server's history as well. So Leonidas's Halloween map, 2016 I think, one of the first maps I ever received on the server. Dark Side of the Moon by MTS, I'm pretty sure that's 2016. Spartan 512's Anti-Up pony map, very, very cool. Some very neat maps. Mr. X did quite a few maps. He's got quite a few maps on the server. So this is by no means the full set of maps that are on the server, but just a few that Fat Leeloo had collected. This is James's maps. He did a series of those maps. This is my let me just F1 this. This is my 2016 spawn map. So I did this when we were doing the Christmas tree. I think the radius is probably about 300 by 300. It's not a huge, but that's how green inner spawn was in 2016. Little pink area that you can see right in the middle there, that's actually a swimming pool that myself, Jetting, and Snip and Nukes had in the middle of spawn. So that's actually at 0-0. We set up at 0-0 fishing. Even went AFK there. We went AFK quite a lot around near spawn in 2016, early 2017, before the server got really busy. Looks like there's a little build maybe right there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a pillar of snow. Could be wrong. Very interesting. You can see we still had little lava cast walls and bits and pieces around the place. A bit of an obsidian box by the looks of it there. Very cool. Nice to reminisce on that sort of stuff. Okay, so heading back around here. Lots of bits and pieces. Little map up there in the corner. Is that a mansion that maybe Fat Leeloo went to? Could have been. Could have been. A little cafe. You can sit here and have your coffee, watch the art, have a bit of a view. Really nice. Oh, yep. That's Leeloo. That's Leeloo. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so... Oh, no. I think we have to go through one of the cafe areas to go back up. Maybe on the other side. There's two little cafe areas. Here we go. Yep, up here. Up here. There are two spots where you can sit and have your view. Here we go. Then we're into the office and the bedroom. And I really like this room as well. I think it's really cool. I like the computer sort of setup here, which I think is kind of neat. Like sacks, shelves and paper. One's empty, but I know in here we have some of Salt by Node's books. Salt by Node left a lot of originals of these books. I've lost most of my originals. Unfortunately, with the duping and bits and pieces, with the book dupe, when Phantom put in his fix on one of them, I lost all my books when I placed a shulker down of them, which is much sadness. These two books here, and I think, again, this is really quite an amazing thing to be able to look at. Fat Leeloo has a bit of a memoir of his time on 2B2T. He joined way back in August, so he first found out about 2B2T back in August 2013. Dr. Zombie's video was the first video he saw and he tried it out, and he actually joined the server on August 10th. And then this is just a little bit of a memoir of some of his time on 2B2T, which I think is really cool. And this one is his memoirs on Constantiam, and you'll see sort of at the very beginning that he left 2B2T in July 2016 and came to Constantiam from James Russell's blog, which is cool. A lot of us joined from James Russell's blog. So he moved over back then and had played on the server up till probably a couple of months ago, and he stopped playing. It's quite a bit of a... He did go back to 2B2T with the old friend queue being live, or the veteran queue as it was called, I think. Splitting his time between the two servers before eventually just settling on Constantiam and stayed on Constantiam So it's quite a cool little record of his visits around the server. This is his bedroom with the kitty cats. Very, very cool. Like the use of the water here. Meow. But worried he's got mushrooms growing in his bedroom. I need to open some windows. Let's head on upstairs, see what's upstairs. It's a little bit of a longish video as we sort of wander around here. So up here is the storage utility. So furnace array. A little bit of a fishing spot. Yep, a little bit of a fishing spot. A beautiful view. All the flowers. We've got the standard rail and carpet duper. Leeloo does a lot of that. All the storage area. I won't go through all these chests, but most of this stuff is fairly standard stuff. All these blocks would have been from hollowing out the mountain, no doubt. Lots and lots of stone. Lots and lots of stone. Cobble. Extra shulkers. Emptied out shulkers. Very, very cool. Are we heading back up? Oh, here we go. Find the exit. Go up here. Oops. Haven't got much further to go. We're nearly at the top. Now we're at the throne room, up on top of the mountain. Very, very cool. Again, a little bit of darkness. I don't know if the holding the torch is going to help us much. Not really. A little bit of darkness here. Got the diamond and the emerald blocks there. And the throne. Every good castle needs a throne. Very, very cool. Although it's not a castle per se, you can see that the interior of it is very castle-like. With the armory and the forge and the stables and the dungeon and stuff like that. We head on up into here. And this is the little house up the top, which I think is kind of cute. Well, I suppose an exit. It's got the carry-on of the stained glass, which is pretty. Then we head on up here, and this is the last place that we'll visit. Got this little bridge over to the other little savanna outcrop. You saw a little bit of a sneak peek there of what we're heading on up to. Which we don't walk off the side. Whoops, that would have been bad. And here we are, cute little tree house up on top of the swing at the top of the world. It's a cute little tree house up here. That's really neat. Again, another nice little touch by Fat Leeloo. There we can see the base down there, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Yes, and so the swing at the top of the world. Let's see if we can pop on down there. And boop. And we're in there. So there we go. The swing at the top of the world. A very, very cool touch. Can't quite get the house in the shot without going into a close-up. Very, very cool base, Fat Leeloo. It is a shame that Fat Leeloo's life has gotten super busy and isn't able to spend time on the server anymore. His building will be missed. He will be missed. I mean, he's a hoot and a laugh. His sense of humour you may have seen a little bit as we went through the base, especially with his nerds map and the Voco sign. But he has got a wonderful sense of humour, and I miss him a lot. Hopefully we get to see him back on the server at some point when life is less hectic and he's able to give us a little bit of his free time. But in the meantime, thank you so much for hanging out with me at Fat Leeloo's base. I hope you are all well and are progressing through 2020 okay. I do have a couple more bases to tour. Got an amazing build by Crazy Eyed Killer that I would love to show off. So we'll be popping out a few more videos on Constantiam as I get some content to show off and as I have time to do it. I've been quite busy with my Twitch streaming, which is where I spend a good proportion of my time at the moment. But in the meantime, much love. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on another tour, and you have a great day.